Hi there, my name is Andrew Adams from Parker Adams Boat Sales, and welcome to another walkthrough tour. Today it is a fairly cloudy, drizzly, murky November day, but what I have behind me is something that should warm everyone up. It is a Fairline Targa 43. Now, everyone that knows me will know that I really like the Fairline Targa range, and it's an absolute pleasure to bring you this boat on brokerage. It's a 1999 Targa 43, which is fitted with the TAMD 73P EDC controlled engines. Now, this boat is a great example of this boat because it is fitted with so many optional extras. The boat itself is, as I mentioned, it's a 1999 model, but it comes with air conditioning, it comes with a generator, it comes with an ice maker, and it is presented in nice condition. There is some need for some cosmetic upgrades. Some of it's been done. An example of that you can see here is the covers. These are really lovely JB Yacht Services covers that were completed just this year, and as we look down the boat's got a good shine on it. It's presented nicely externally, but as I've mentioned, there is some need to do some cosmetic improvements on the boat internally, and I'll run through that with you, but that's very much reflected in the price. So this boat really is an excellent opportunity to get hold of one of these very sought after Targa 43s at a price that would comfortably be, I would suggest, another 30 or 40,000 pounds if there weren't some need to do a few cosmetic tweaks to it. So I'll point those out as we go through the walkthrough tour. I'm really looking forward to bringing this boat. The 43 is a really sought after boat in the Targa range. One of the main reasons for that is it's one of the first boats that comes with shaft drives in the Targa range. So you've got the Targa 40, which is on stern drives, then you've got the Targa 43, which is the first one on shafts, and then up to the 47 next. So it's a lovely model right in the middle of the Targa 40 and the 47. So let's move around. So we're in Port Hamble today, you may recognise it. This boat is called Harley. Let's just go around from the side view. Actually, my OCD is going to kick in now because I meant to adjust these fenders and put them all at the same height before I recorded this video, but I haven't done that yet. You can see that the boat is sitting here in a lovely berth in Port Hamble. The teak bathing platform is in need of a little bit of cosmetic repair. Some of the caulking is missing in some of the areas, but it's not in too bad condition. The little steps, you've got some quite nice easy access steps on at the side. And of course you do have the tender garage in this as well. In fact, the tender garage is probably where I'm going to start off first of all. So if we step on board the boat, access to open up the tender garage is just here. So if you just press the open button there, you'll notice that the garage opens up. I've made sure that the electricity cable is nice and clear. And if we now walk back round, I will give you the view. So inside the tender garage, it's all rollered, so you can see really nice, easy access to get into the garage there. And then you've got an electric winch there, so the tender can easily slot in. You can just clip it on at the side here, and then the tender would go inside there. I think tender size is probably suitable for around about a 2.7 metre tender with an engine on. So it's a nice size, easy access to get it in there, and it's a really nice benefit on a boat like this to be able to have the tender garage and not need to worry about snap davits or anything like that. You have a bathing ladder, which is located just underneath this step here. And then on the top here, we do have the cushions for the top here, albeit the owner's got those at home. But you've got really good storage area underneath here. And I'm just going to let this go down. And that's now all the way down. And then if we start off with lifting up here, you can see there's excellent storage facilities in here. There's a hose in here. You've got some tools, extra ropes, etc. And that's all located here. And then on the other side, you have exactly the same size there. Another nice feature on the Targa 47 is you actually have engine bay access inside that space there. So if you want to get access to the back of the engines, you can access them just in that area there. So let's start off by looking around what we have. So the cockpit upholstery is in need of replacement, so we're going to be really transparent about that right from the outset. You can see that it does have some rips across here, so this is something that we'd recommend replacing this with, like maybe a Silvertex upholstery or possibly a Diamante, and that would really modernise this cockpit. But in terms of what you have here, you have good locker spaces just under here. You have a wet bar fridge underneath here, so a little 20p coin drop down there. I might take that. In fact, no, I won't. Ian, it's just left there for the owner, so I'll drop that back down there. And then underneath here, just move these nice flowers. Underneath here, you have a fridge. In fact, a fully stocked fridge. I suspect he might be taking his beers with him, but I'll close that down again. So there's a fully stocked fridge there. Then you have this really good design table. So the table is designed that it folds into half, so you've got easy access around the cockpit space. But then if you wanted to open the table up, you just take off the wine holder, open the table out, and now you have a really large size dining table. So it's a nice way of maximising the space in the cockpit there. We'll close that back up and then just put the wine glass holder back in place. All these wine glass holders were replaced within the last few years, so they're all new, no cracks or marks on those. You have another little seat here, so sort of a co-pilot seat here, and then underneath this area here you have a griddle. Really nice to see here. I just dropped off there. I did it on the table, but then I forgot to do it on this. I said they're not cracked, they're still not cracked. So you lift that up there and you've got a griddle. So that's a really nice addition here. The owner I know uses this a lot. It's a fantastic thing to be able to do, just to cook up a bit of breakfast here in the cockpit area. And it's in nice condition there. It's a nice quality Fairline cover there. I shall pop that back into place. That just pops back onto there. You have good storage areas here, so 2 big storage boxes here, and then more glass holders in this area. Now the GRP on this boat, I would suggest it could benefit potentially from having this area wrapped. You can see there is a little bit of sun damage to the top here. It's something, again, we'll point it out so that someone viewing the boat will see this immediately. It's not too bad. The owner has lived with it, but you can just see a little bit of darkening around the gel coat area there. But in terms of what the boat's got, you've got a Chartplotter, you've got a upgraded Garmin data center here, and also an Autopilot. This nav equipment was updated about 5-6 years ago, so it's not original. All of your controls here. Now the engines, they've got about 1150 hours on them, so pretty low hours considering it's a 1999 boat. We normally say that hour-wise we'd expect a boat to have between 50 and 100 hours a season as a nicely used boat, and so having that sort of engine hours is a really nice thing. The button here is for underwater lights. This boat is fitted with Lumishore underwater lights. There's a VHF down here, and then you have a double seat for the helmsman and then co-pilot, and it's also a bolster seat, so you can lift that bolster up there, and then you've got just a little bit extra space to stand or just sit on the bolster, giving a really nice driving position. These covers, they're absolutely stunning, no leaks, very tight. You can feel that. I always do that as a test of JB's covers. They really are, in my opinion, the best covers in the business. So this is the view of the cockpit area. Really good space. Come around to this side, look back. And this being the Targa 43, there really is a lot more space in this cockpit than on the Targa 40. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to carry on the walkthrough tour, and let's head down to the saloon area. Now there's a 4-step design. It's quite a steep steps, and I think the reason it's steep steps is so you maximise the amount of space that you have down here. And the wood down here is all presented in very nice condition. The upholstery, I would say, is due for some replacement. So it's one of those, the previous owner lives with it, it's not a problem, it's perfectly functional, there's actually no tears or rips, and if you look closely you can see there's quite a lot of dirt ingrained onto there, so it's something that could be factored in to replacing. In fact, we have factored that into the price of this boat. But I have to say, it's a really nice place to be down here. It's cosy, it does feel more spacious than the Targa 40, and if we spin around here you can see the galley area, very similar to the Targa 47 actually here, where you've got a nice long galley area. You've got this extra peninsula unit here where you've got a hung television, and then more space at the top here. It's very, very nicely presented. All the woodwork is in very, very nice order. And it's the nice, very, very typical quality Fairline, the deep cherry colour with the cream upholstery. We do, of course, have very good links in with people that if we wanted to reupholster the boat, we can connect you with people who we consider to be some of the best in the business at doing that. A nice touch here is I really like the blinds. I think the blinds modernise this. I'm not sure if that was standard as blinds or whether that was curtains, but certainly it looks really, really smart. A little Fairline detailing here with the stainless steel bars at the end of each of these cupboards. You've got your distribution panel here. This boat is also fitted, as I mentioned, with a generator. The generator's done 940 hours. You've got a Pioneer Control CD player there and CD changer, and then all of your controls with an additional Icon VHF down here. I quite like that, actually, being able to be down here if you've got someone else with you and who wants to do the radio communications coming down here out of the wind is a nice idea. I quite like that feature. Let's start off on the left hand side. You have the main heads on board the boat. Now this all doubles up as a wet room, so you have a shower curtain here. I've been noted on my YouTube videos as saying the word here too much. Some people have fed back on that, so I'll try my best not to say here too much, although I'll probably fail miserably. I can only say it all the time now. So this is the main heads. All the toilets are electric flush toilets, and good storage space there behind the mirror. So you've got a curtain rail there which runs around. I close that up and move into the master cabin. So the master cabin is a lovely island bed with easy access on both sides. You've got these lovely little Fairline lift ups where cosmetics and bits and bobs go into there. You've got curtains that close in here to give good privacy in this room, and then you've got a nice Fairline blind system where you pull one across and it's a mosquito net or a complete blackout. You can see we're in winter mode here, so the owner's got a nice little radiator here keeping the boat nice and toasty, and good cupboard space as well. If we open up the cupboard, you can see full length cupboard space in here, and the name of the boat nicely inscribed there to Harley. Now just behind this door here you have, I've just said it again here, I'm going to keep saying it, you have another shower room. So this is a separate shower cubicle in this room, and that's got a full wraparound shower, and that all drains down to there, which means the rest of the boat doesn't get wet, but a very similar style, but you've also got an air conditioning vent just there. Mirrors at the top, and then lots and lots of storage space. So as we walk through from this cabin, this is the view that greets you in the main saloon area. And of course you have a rear cabin as well. So let's make our way back there. So the rear cabin, you've got a little seat down here, and then you've also got, you can see a dehumidifier working hard here, 47% humidity, which is a lovely percentage to be during the winter. If you don't have a dehumidifier, it can easily rise up to the 80%, and everything does start to get very damp. So 2 single beds. You could create an infill cushion into this area, and that would create that as to a large double, but this current owner has got that set up as 2 singles. You've got good cupboard space, so good height cupboard, and another little cubby hole at the top here. And here you have another little vanity cupboard, another cupboard underneath. So storage space really is fantastic on this boat. Everywhere you look, there's lots and lots of good storage there. Some Peppa Pig games, so I suspect that might be taken by the owner. The flooring is all in nice condition. Sometimes you get a lot of wear on this wooden flooring. There's only a little bit of wear just showing down there. And then behind this little area, you have an ice maker. So what a brilliant addition to the boat is an ice maker. That makes sure that your gin and tonic always has very nice fresh ice. I'll close that back up again. You've got a double hob system, and then under here you have an electric hob. So that's a Bosch hob that will be powered by the generator. You've got, again, these really nice stainless steel features, lots and lots of storage space, and again, you've got blinds that just fit into this area. The carpets are, overall, I would say, in good condition. They've recently been cleaned, but again, if the new owner wanted to modernise the boat down here, you could put a lighter, creamier carpet and replace this seating, and that would certainly give this area here a new lease of life. But what I would say about boat refits, I'll just turn the camera around for a second. What I would say about boat refits is actually doing things like the carpets and the upholstery is the easy part. If the wood down here was really badly damaged, if the wood had lots of scores, scratches on it, that becomes really difficult to repair. Because the Fairline wood is that very, very high gloss, highly lacquered wood, that becomes very expensive. But when you've just got cosmetic bits and bobs to do, like potentially the carpets, the internal and external upholstery, actually that's not that expensive, and it can be done very, very quickly by some brilliant people that we can recommend as well. So just to go through the boat again, just a quick scan around. Very nicely spaced down here. You do feel that when you walk out of this rear cabin, the boat opens up in front of you very, very nicely. And I really like the Targa 43. To be honest, this is the first Targa 43 that I've been on. I spent lots of time on Targa 34s, Targa 40s, but I really do like the 43. So we'll come back up again. So my shoes abandoned here. I'll put them on again. And just another quick view of the cockpit area. So what I would like to show you now is just how easy the engine room access is on this boat. Best way to do it is just spin the table towards you, like this. And then we can then just open up the engine hatch just by lifting up on the table, and the hatch opens up and reveals engine access. Now the owner is just in the process of about to do an oil change on these engines, so that's what these drums are down there. But you can see good access to these TAMD 73 EDC controlled engines. Engine access is good, and remember, as I said earlier, this is the front access, but you do have rear access to these engines as well, which is situated at the back, just down that side there. There's another lift up which gets access to the shafts and behind the engines. So very, very good access to these engines. I'll just pop that back down again. I will spin the table back round, then leave it in this position for more and more space. So as we come back to the back now, I'll just spin this round. Hopefully I've covered all of the main features and benefits of this boat. It's a really nice chance for me to spend some time on the Targa 43. As I said, I've not spent much time on a 43 before, but I do really like it. It's got a really nice feel to it. Obviously not having the stern drives is a benefit. You don't have to service stern drives. Stern drives normally need a service every 2 years. With the stern shafts, you don't need to do that. You do just, of course, need to manage the cutlass bearings and things like that, but it generally, overall, is less work than stern drives. So, quick reminder, this boat, 1999, Targa 43, nicely equipped with air conditioning, with a generator, and I think this boat really does represent a fantastic opportunity for someone to get into a Targa 43. This boat is a very, very keenly priced boat. It does need some cosmetic improvements, but they're minor. I think once you replace the cockpit upholstery, possibly look at the sofa down below and the carpets, you'll end up with a very, very nice boat. So thanks so much for watching. We love bringing you these videos, so please keep liking, subscribing to our channel, and we look forward to bringing you the next walkthrough on the next boat that we take on brokerage. Thanks so much for watching. All the best.